Hello everyone, this is Mr. Celix Your Girl, here with another VGC beginner guide featuring Zamazenta. Zamazenta is a Generation 8 restricted legendary that specializes in huge amounts of bulk that can make it an unbelievable damage sponge in battle, while also having helpful moves like Wide Guard to protect the team from opposing spread damage moves. First, let's dive into the general breakdown of Zamazenta and what makes it unique. Zamazenta actually has two different forms depending on the item that it is holding: Hero of Many Battles and Crowned Shield. The Hero of Many Battles form is a pure fighting type and has a stat pool of 660, which is split by 92 HP, 120 attack, 115 defense, 80 special attack, 115 special defense, and 138 speed. However, when Zamazenta is holding the Rusted Shield, it transforms into the Crowned Shield form during battle. This form gains 25 base stats to both its defense and special defense, but loses 10 from its speed. This form also adds the Steel typing, which gives Zamazenta a grand total of 8 resistances and 2 of those being quad resists. These buffs prove to make Crowned Shield Zamazenta a powerful defensive front, and thus will be our main focus for the rest of the video. Zamazenta's signature ability is Dauntless Shield. This ability boosts the Pokemon's defense stat by 1 stage when switched in for the first time. However, this ability only activates the first time, so if switched out and then switched back in, it will not activate again and you will lose the boost. Zamazenta's signature move is Behemoth Bash. Behemoth Bash is a 100 base power physical steel move with 100% accuracy. This move is specific only to the Crowned Shield form, as Zamazenta must have the move Iron Head learned and have the item Rusted Shield equipped in order to utilize it. Now that we've got some context on Zamazenta, let's move on to some theoretical builds, common teammates, and how to use it. Zamazenta can feel like a very one-dimensional Pokemon in the sense that it only has a handful of moves that it likes to run, with its main goals being to provide sustain in battle and to deny your opponent from using their powerful spread attacking moves. These goals don't really change from build to build, but even so, while what Zamazenta can do is limited, it does it exceptionally well and with incredible results. Our primary build focuses on investment in speed, HP, and physical defense in order to enhance our bulk and to maximize damage with the move Body Press. Body Press is an 80 base power fighting type physical move that uses the defense stat in damage calculation rather than the attack stat. This makes Body Press the ideal attack to use on Zamazenta for 2 main reasons. First, Crowned Shield form actually has a higher defense stat over its attack stat, and Dauntless Shield synergizes perfectly by giving Zamazenta a free defense boost to increase Body Press damage even further. Second, using this move allows Zamazenta to ignore the ability Intimidate. Intimidate is an ability that lowers the opposing Pokemon's attack stat and normally proves to be detrimental for physical attackers. However, because Body Press uses the defense stat to determine its damage, the damage from Body Press is not lowered. This set also employs the attack Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam is a steel type move in which the base power varies based on how much heavier the user is compared to the target. Crowned Shield Zamazenta is the 12th heaviest Pokemon of all time, if you exclude Mega Evolutions, meaning that you are able to hit most Pokemon at the 120 base power tier. Our final 2 moves are Wide Guard and Protect. Wide Guard is an excellent move to provide support for your team against deadly spread moves such as Astral Barrage, Water Spout, or Glacial Lance. Zamazenta also has potential to run the move Iron Defense over either Protect or Wide Guard. This move raises the Pokemon's defense by 2 stages, which really takes Body Press's damage over the top while doubling as a great way to bulk up against your opponent. This EV spread can easily be changed to your personal preference, depending on how fast or bulky you really need your Zamazenta to be, so make sure to experiment. For the Terra, Dragon, Grass, or Water feel to be the strongest options for Zamazenta thanks to their resistances to common types and direct resistances to Pokemon like Urshifu Rapid Strike, who can bypass Zamazenta's defense boost through guaranteed critical hits. While Zamazenta is certainly a powerful Pokemon in its own right, it does have a few shortcomings that can be patched up with the right teammates. Here are some of the highlights. Qianpao is able to hit ghost types, which Zamazenta has a dreadful matchup into, with super effective dark moves such as Sucker Punch or Throat Chop. This Pokemon also lowers the defense of all Pokemon on the field thanks to its ability, further pushing Zamazenta's damage against your opponents. Rillaboom makes short work of opposing water and ground types that can threaten Zamazenta through use of Grassy Glide and Wood Hammer. Grassy terrain is also an excellent help as it gives Zamazenta passive healing and allows it to further its bulk and sustain on the field. Fluttermane. This very ghost Pokemon helps patch up some weaknesses by being able to target down opposing ghost or fighting types with ease, while also being a possible avenue of speed control via Icy Wind. And Urshifu Rapid Strike. This Urshifu form is able to take on dangerous ground and fire types that can punish Zamazenta easily with its signature move, Surging Strikes. This move is guaranteed to land critical hits, which makes it a huge damage option. Meta Pokemon that pose a serious threat to Zamazenta and should be considered when team building include Chi-Yu, Qianpao, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Landorus Incarnate, and Ghost types or Terra Ghost in general. These Pokemon all have significant advantages against Zamazenta, either by hitting it super effectively with special attacking moves, having access to moves that can bypass its defense boosts like Sacred Sword or Surging Strikes, or by being completely immune to Body Press, which is Zamazenta's main form of damage in most instances. Terra Ghost is particularly tricky because it can turn a winning matchup into a losing one very quickly. In official VGC tournaments, Zamazenta used to be completely outclassed by its counterpart Zacian in Generation 8, only having a total of 2 top 100 finishes in all of Sword and Shield. However, thanks to the addition of the move Body Press and gaining access to Terra, Zamazenta has now skyrocketed to the top, with 2 regional wins and a 3rd place finish at the 2024 Honolulu World Championship. In my opinion, Zamazenta is an excellent restricted legendary that not only can apply offensive pressure, but has the unique advantage of being able to stack its bulk and damage output on the same turn, thanks to Dauntless Shield and Body Press. Even better, Zamazenta also has another great advantage through use of Wide Guard to make your opponents second guess their options and buy your team some space against some of the other restricted legendaries. Thanks to this unique combo, I believe that when the dual restricted legendary format finally comes to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Zamazenta will cement itself as one of the greatest restricted legendaries in all of Generation 9. This concludes our VGC beginner guide focused on Zamazenta. If there's any Pokemon you'd like to see covered next, please comment below. If you liked what you watched, feel free to drop a like, comment, or subscribe to this channel. It helps out a lot. As always, thank you for watching.